Well, hello everybody, welcome. I've got a great video full of antique shopping, decor, and even chocolate cake. My friend and I went back to the depot in Concord, North Carolina, an 88,000 square foot antique mall, and boy did we have fun. I was so excited. We even spent the night in the Embassy Suites. We just had a really good friend weekend. So inside it was all decorated for spring. They do their seasons up so nicely, so many good ideas, things that I might want to make. I took pictures of, and I did score some great finds. And I just love to look at the way that they set out their designs. Look at this little picket fence with a wreath on it, how easy to make. And these hearts out of scraps, that's a great idea. So here are some of the little treasures I picked up at the depot. I picked up this iron decorative piece that's very heavy. I'm going to spray paint that and put it over my fireplace for spring. I picked up some really nice upholstery fabric. They have bolts and bolts of fabric at a very good price, and I am going to be recovering a chair in my living room. They had one booth had a bunch of these little lace trims for $1, 6-7 yards in a pack, and I can use these in my tote making, on my rope bowls, my aprons. So I thought that was a steal for $1. And I also picked up this little crocheted basket that somebody made and stiffened it, and I thought that's a perfect idea. I need to look at that and see if I can make those. So that was $6. They have these beautiful, look brand new, cloth napkins in the right color, navy, 6 for $5. I picked up this little blessing plate. It is Royal Crownford from England, and I'm going to put that in my kitchen. And it was $10, but it just matches my kitchen, so that I was real tickled with that purchase. So I'm excited to get that hung, and I'll show you how I used all of these things I picked up. Now these are anchor hawking glasses. I've never seen these before, so I was tickled about that. I'll keep my eye out for more. And then who's ever seen a wreath with navy beads? Not me, so of course I had to buy those. Now all the booths had this beautiful greenery tucked in their shelves, so I picked up a couple of those to use on my shelves in my kitchen. So I've got a few more pieces throughout the living room, but first I took that iron piece outside and I gave it 2 coats of black spray paint. Now this is before in my living room. This is the winter decor, and those 2 shutters up there I picked up at the depot back in September when I was there, and now is the spring look, and I just think that turned out so nice. I painted it black and I put it up there, and it matches my geese. And I have a wrought iron planter there on the bottom, and of course my fireplace utensils are black. And both my bookcases have been all cleaned and dusted and ready for spring. So let me know what you think in the comments about this. I love it. And I love finding used antique things to decorate with. I love live plants throughout the house, and I pulled this out of the greenhouse to set out. This urn came from my mom's, and bless her heart, she was a frugal shopper like me, and I saw on the bottom she got this on clearance for $6.49. This little dish I got at the depot, and it matches this one I found at Goodwill for $3. So of course I had to buy that. And I've got my mother-in-law's hummels out for spring, and I think they look so cute. And I love to stack blue books in the springtime. I did pick up this little piece. I think I'm going to paint it cream to match the other side, the bird cage. But it just looks nice up there. And then here's some more of my mother-in-law's hummels. I like things to be equal on both sides, so I try to decorate that way. But I spent part of the day cleaning everything, dusting. This is a new piece I picked up at Home Goods, and I just think everything goes so nicely together, and I'm very pleased. Now moving on into the dining room, I had this up last year, so I just put it right back up, a live plant and little bunnies and my picture I made for my father-in-law years ago. So that is in the dining room, and then of course the kitchen is all done in blue and white, and I am adding a little touch of yellow in there, but just about everything on this shelf was either from the dollar store or from thrift shopping. There's the little wreaths I picked up. I think they go very nicely. My plates, my hen, everything, the rope bowl I made, but everything else was from thrift stores. And that beautiful cake plate, I paid $10 for that at a thrift shop, and it is so pretty. And my little lamp, my milk glass lamp, I paid $8 for that. And you can just see everything that those bowls came from the Dollar Tree. Can you believe that? And then there's the 2 blue mugs and my little blessing plate. And I just tied a ribbon through it and hung it right there in front of my mom's blue chicken. But blue and white with just a hint of yellow is the way I love to decorate for spring. And I won't have to do anything like remove any bunnies or anything. That's another cake plate. I got this one for $8 at that same thrift store. There is my milk glass that I like to put fresh peaches or strawberries in and then serve them in the little dessert cups. These I picked up at a home and garden shop, and they're just so pretty with that blue and white color. And just on and on, these were a gift on the end. All of my white pictures I have picked up at Goodwill for $2 or less. And every time I go, I look for those white pictures. So that is the kitchen shelves all decorated up for spring. And it just makes my heart happy. Let's move on to that chocolate cake. I've got this antique recipe that I found from 1942, and it's called Crazy Chocolate Cake. And all the ingredients I had right in the pantry. So we're going to be using cocoa and flour, sugar. We're going to need sift that cocoa, that was a secret. We're going to need some baking powder, salt and soda, some vinegar, some vanilla, 2 sticks of melted butter. You're going to need some whole milk, 2 eggs, and then what was so unusual is 1 cup of boiling water. And I've got my bundt pan all greased and floured. Everything gets dumped in the mixer at the same time. That's what the recipe said. This is the first time I've made this cake, and I'm going to tell you it turned out delicious. So everything goes in at the same time. You don't cream your butter and your sugar or anything like that. I guess that's why she called it the Crazy Chocolate Cake. But everything goes in the mixer, and then we're just going to start mixing it. We've got the eggs, the vinegar, the milk, and then there's that hot boiling water. I used my little tea kettle, and I poured that on the other side away from the eggs because I did not want to cook my eggs. But then I just put it right in the blender and blend it. And then we're going to pour that into the bundt pan and bake it 350 for 35 minutes. And this cake turned out delicious. My husband and I loved it. Now, there was no frosting recipe with this, and it really didn't need it because it's a really rich chocolate flavor. And sometimes frosting's a little bit too much for me. But I just lightly dusted it after it baked with some powdered sugar, and we loved it. So give that recipe a try from 1942. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a very blessed and safe day.